Bold moves, 365, clock ticking, grind alive. Channel got that fire, man, the judge gon' testify. Scrolling through the vids, gems hit me like a gold mine. Blueprint for the hustle, stacking knowledge like a sky.
Okay, so if you have not started asking the questions, why? Like I told you before, you are still far away from the road that leads to abundance. You're still far away from the road that leads to opulence. You're still far away from finding financial freedom. You're still far away from finding that which makes you a confident person and believe in yourself, because belief is what you need. Okay, confidence is the only recipe that you need for you to become successful in life. So why are we here? We are here so that I can help you to discover your confidence. I can help you to become the best of the best you can ever be. Okay, this is not about competition with your neighbor. This is not about competition with the rich man uptown. It's not about competition with that company which is down the road. It is about you and you alone, okay? Please do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel, because we give you the best information, we give you the best advice, and we give you everything you need. We are here to equip you to be the best of the best in every industry, and we are here to give you the game. So the question is, why were you born where you were born? Okay? You were born in Australia, you were born in Zimbabwe, you were born in Brazil, you were born in the United States, you were born in Britain, you were born in Australia, New Zealand, all these countries, China. Where you were born, whether you're from Djibouti, you're from Jakarta, you're from Harare, you're from DRC, Congo, Egypt, wherever you were born, okay? Where you were born is your training ground. The country you were born in is your training ground. This country is where you have been conditioned to become what you are today. There is a certain condition that is peculiar to that country. There is a certain condition that is peculiar to that culture. There is a certain condition that is only unique to that environment that you grew up in, which shaped you in your early years. And trust me, these things, unless if you start to look deep into, unless if you start to actually have a closer look and look why you ended up just discovering yourself in Zimbabwe, for example, okay? Or you discover yourself in Saudi Arabia, or you discover yourself in China. You know, you remember when you were a kid, and then when you grow up, and then beginning to understand things, and your parents were just showing you on a map, right? Saying this is the world map, and this is where our town is, and this is the country where you are. And you'd be like, okay, so this is where I am. How did we end up here? Okay? The thing that you don't understand is every human being walking in this planet, they have a specific mission, okay? They are carrying something unique about themselves, and unless if they discover what they are carrying, they will never become anything, okay? They will never become effective. You are carrying something, you are carrying a contribution to this generation. In this point in time, why are you in this point in time? Why were you born in the country you were born? Why that culture? Okay? Why are you from that religion? Why you find yourself in these things and you have so many questions why? I'm here to tell you that why is what you've been waiting for, because once you discover the why, you're going to discover the answers you've been looking for, and this is going to be a push towards your success. It's going to be a push towards your greatness. So I'm here to bring out the greatness inside you. But where do you get the greatness from? This greatness, you're gonna need to look it back to where you grew up in, where you were born, okay? This is where it is. Okay, so training ground, specific culture you grew up in. There are certain things in that culture which makes you unique. If you go into the business world today, starting a company, embracing your culture, the way you speak, your accent, the way you behave, the way you carry yourself, okay? Your value system, okay? You apply that to the best of your abilities. In the business, you are whatever, you are a musician, or you are a teacher, or at a school, or you are a CEO at a company, or you are a prime minister, wherever you are, okay? That unique, specific characteristics or character that you are today, if you embrace that confidently, this is what distinguishes you from the world. This is what distinguishes you from the business down the road. This is what distinguishes you from the musician that is on Spotify. This is what distinguishes you from other people who wants to copy you, right? There are copycats in life. Do not be that. There are people today that are trying to do the content, but they are trying to copy other people with content, right? You want to be a YouTuber and you're copying other YouTubers on how they speak and how they do their things. You are not being your authentic self. Let me tell you that. You are not being an authentic self. You need to embrace who you are, and what you can embrace. What you are, your accent, the way you walk, the way you dress, it is the best according to you. So you are not in competition with anyone. Okay, so let me just put this clear to you. If you want to be great, if you want to be great in life, in this space in time, okay, you're going to need to embrace where you were born. You're going to need to embrace who you are, embrace your culture, embrace who you are, embrace everything about you, your schooling and everything, your traits as a person. This is what distinguishes you in the business world, in the world today, and the world is waiting for you. Have you ever discovered that if you want to become a soldier, you have to go through military training? Okay? Military training is very important because it equips you to become a soldier. So how do you become a soldier? You're going to need to go through training. You go through training to become a soldier. You cannot pass through the training academy unless if you are approved and the instructors, they are satisfied that you can become effective in the field you are training for. They cannot send you to war, into a war zone, and you are half-baked soldier. They know that they are wasting their time because you're gonna be the first casualty, you're gonna be the first one to get killed, and you actually gonna sabotage your team because your training is not good enough. Okay, talking about other trainings like medicine, right? For you to become a doctor, an effective doctor, you're gonna need to go through medical school. Medical school, this is where they dig deep and train you. They put you in the trenches, man, in training. This is what they do. The reason why they're putting you in the trenches is because they want you to become pure. They want you to become equipped, okay? They are sharpening you, right? They are sharpening you to become the best. So that when you go into the community as a doctor, you can become effective, okay? This is about death and life. So when they are training people, they make sure you will only graduate if you are good enough, okay? There's so many trainings that are very, very important, okay? Every training is important. Every training is important. The other day I was at the swimming pools, right? I usually do my swimming around 6 a.m. in the morning. So I was just doing laps, okay? In the 50 meters pool, the outside pool. Okay, so I'm doing my laps, up and down, up and down, up and down. And all of a sudden I'm seeing this bunch of people coming in, okay, with all these diving suits and the tanks and whatever, okay. And I'll be like, what are these guys doing at the swimming pool? Guess what they were doing? I just discovered that these were diving students, right? So they were bringing them to the swimming pool so that they can learn to be underwater and be comfortable underwater. So they they have been subjected to this condition because they want to develop them so that they can become the best. When they go in the ocean, it's not going to be the new thing because they're already used to water. Okay? Training. We're talking about training. Why am I talking about this? It's because your culture, your country, wherever you were born, was your training ground. Okay? It was the conditions you have been subjected to so that you become the best according to your mission, according to what you must become in life. What you must become in life, he has been conditioned by where you were born. So why is the question? I told you, if you have not started asking the question why, you cannot become effective in life. You cannot help anyone. You can't make any contribution to the human race, because I believe every human being walking under the surface of the sun has some kind of contribution to make to the human race. But why are some other people so good in doing this? Because they've managed to embrace who they are, and they've managed to sharpen their skills and become confident in who they are. Okay, they are comfortable in their own skin. You're gonna need to be comfortable in your own skin if you want to be effective in this life. Okay, do you wish you were born in a rich family? I know there's some kids out there who become billionaires without even lifting a finger, man. Without lifting a finger, they become billionaires because they were born in rich families. Okay? Do you wish if you were born in a rich country? There are people that are watching me right now. Maybe you're from a poor country, right? You were born into a broken system. You're born in a country where there's a broken government. Things don't work, man. I want you to listen and follow me, because I will teach you things that's going to bring you out of that dungeon, okay? That was your training ground. That was your training ground, man. It's hard. There's nothing, man. There's nothing going on. The system is broken, okay? But that was your training ground. That was your training ground. There are certain skills you picked, man. Certain skills you picked in that broken environment, which makes you a unique businessman, which makes you a unique business person, or a musician, or a leader, or anything you want to be. It's because of where you were born. So I'm just here to give you that push. I'm here to sharpen that desire. You need to look in the environment you grew up in, the culture that you are. Man, this is what makes you a unique diamond. You are a unique diamond, man. This is what makes you a unique diamond. Okay? You were born in Australia. There is something unique about the country of Australia which makes you different. This makes you different, okay? This makes you unique. The culture in Australia makes you different, okay? There's something that you have, something that you can bring to the human race, something that you have which you can bring to the table, man. Don't be discouraged. I want you to start picking your confidence on a daily basis, man. I want you to start pushing for your dreams, and I want you to be comfortable in your own skin. Do not be a copycat. Do not be an imitation. You must be your authentic, real self, and I can tell you, people love you for it. The human race loves you for it, because this is who you are, and this is what happens when you embrace yourself, okay? You become a unique diamond, a unique product. You become a unique business person. You become a unique musician, okay? This is what happened. I can tell you this. The first song that I've recorded the song last year. That song that I've recorded, I've included a whistle. You know, part of the song is a whistle. You can't even believe it. It's a whistle. I was whistling as part of the song, and it's unbelievable. It's unreal, okay? I'm going to be putting the link in the description, okay? I'll put a link in the description. You can listen to that song. There is a whistle in that song. And why am I talking about it? I'm talking about it because I've learned to whistle when I was young, man, where I was born. I've learned to whistle. I'm using it today, okay? I'm using it today. This is what makes me unique, okay? My accent, the way I speak my English makes me unique. I'm proud of it. Okay, I'm proud of it. The world loves it. Okay, we are different. We can never be the same. Okay, so please, I want you to embrace your difference, and I want you to bring the best to the table. Okay, this is the Judge Bold 365. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel. It is fire.